Welcome to Overland, the map that has Overwatch's version of Prop Hunt, which surprisingly, there's actually a few things to talk about with this map, since it's not a special event version of a map, similar to the Star Wars map we got. And I think there's no better way to start than to just take a look at different areas we see, to compare a normal Blizzard World version of this map to Overland. The tavern has some simple changes where they just close the room's windows and remove most of the Blizzard World and Warcraft branding, except for the Hearthstone game boards. We see that they covered up Blizzard World's sign with these buildings. Here at the entrance to the Warcraft area of Blizzard World, we can see they got rid of most of the Blizzard game-related branding, and all the normal Blizzard World lamps got replaced with more old-timey lamps. Biggest change here is new props and the grass, with also the removal of the sign of the ride name. And inside the ride has basically gotten the same treatment, with adding some more props, grass, and removing the sign. We can see in the main area here there are a lot of new props. Also a big thing being that the other Blizzard areas have been replaced, with more just fantasy style buildings and a tower. We can see in the background that all the rides have been replaced, so only Siege of Orgrimmar and Murloc Island remain. And looking from this view you can see how much of the Blizzard World areas have been removed. And a similar effect here from the top view, just to get an idea of how much has actually changed. But that's enough for looking at the changes in this way. Let's see what fun stuff from Blizzard World has been left in, just outside of the playable space. And there's no better place to start than where the Blizzard World sign normally is, which they've actually hidden the sign inside of this building they placed. And I'm just going to assume, rather than being a prop, it's actually part of the geometry for Blizzard World. So one of the easiest fixtures to get rid of it is to place something on top of it. And going behind the building, it's even easier to see it's the entrance to Blizzard World. Something fun they did to Murloc Island is that to hide the branding of the island, they just turned it around, since there was likely too much work to make a new model for this, in the time they had to make this game mode. But let's see what's up with the area where normally the StarCraft zone and Diablo zone is. First fun thing is, these drones are still around, which are normally from the StarCraft area, which they're still just here doing their normal task, which I think that's a fun little thing to be left in. Even beyond the drones we still got more objects still here, like the sign for the Founders Hall and a bunch of the lamps in the room. And checking out where the Diablo area normally is, there's also a bunch of props that are just floating here that are left from Blizzard World, since it's fun to see this stuff just hanging here, since they clearly didn't mean for anyone to actually see this stuff. But that's of course never gonna stop me from trying. And now we get to what might be my favorite object out here, which is this building, which inside of it there's another building shaped thing that is untextured, like they use as a placeholder for having the shapes of the building in the background. And to finish up looking here, I need to explain to you what changed with the water in this map. So without announcing it, they actually updated Blizzard World's water to use the Overwatch 2 tech they got, which becomes super easy to see if you compare to the winter version of this map, which uses the more flat Overwatch 1 water. But a fun quirk the water has, if I look through it like this, is that it seems like it removes the skybox looking through it, which creates this screen tear effect from the void of the map, which if you ever explored any Source games, you might recognize this void. Since that Engine's maps, it's way easier to find the void. Something fun I figured out with the prop disguises, if I scale up the player, also scale up the prop, which really got me to thinking, we really need a way through the workshop to place props down. I would love something similar to the custom projectile we just got, which you might even have heard they added these. And if that sounds interesting, just tell me, because I do want to cover some workshop stuff. But that's about everything interesting I have to say about Prop Hunt. This is gonna be the last thing I make before Season 6 hits, so I'm very excited to see what I'm gonna talk about very soon, when we finally get access to all the story missions and event mission, because I bet I have something very interesting to find inside of those. But that's it for me for now. Have a good one, everyone.